Sean, an opening game not short on entertainment. What did you make of how your team played today?
I think we learnt a lot. I think we learnt that when we can do the things that we want to do and we've practiced, we're okay. And then it's the first game of the season. You're playing against a team that's done really well last season, has a clear way of playing, and it's worked for them. So they're not going to change. So we've just got to believe a little bit more. Because the start was excellent, and then it probably got a little bit too easy, and then we started making a little bit wrong decisions, and then they got back into the game because we gave the ball away. And you don't really want that. They didn't alter their game plan really from start to finish, which is credit to them because they got a goal down and they haven't panicked. We organised at half time, and I thought second half we got on top. Without really actually thinking, well, we're going to run away with this. Got in front, and then we said at half time it was going to be one ball, Hansen flick, Wells, or a set play, and it was a set play. So nothing we didn't actually prepare for in some senses, but so that glimpses of where we can do well, and glimpses of where we've got to improve. So like we've said all along, this is an ongoing process, so we've got to make sure that we learn from it and we get better.
That first sort of 20-25 minutes, I mean, is that something you can use as a benchmark now going forward, because that was about as well as you could have hoped to start, wasn't it?
Yeah, we moved the ball well and we moved it quickly, and we created opportunities. You're not gonna maintain that level for 90 minutes, so there's always going to be a lull in the game. Scored at the right time, because when you have pressure you want to score, so we did, and then lost our way a little bit, and then you look at the players then and you're thinking, well, how much do you believe in what we're trying to do? And I think we wobbled a little bit. It's too easy then to get it, and I thought we left the two centre halves to make all the decisions, and the times were sort of, their game plan, I think, was to try and leave Naki Wells on Big Aiden. We sort of fell into it a little bit. Reorganised at half time and looked a little bit more solid. And then we made a silly mistake at the end and let them have a free kick. They're the little things that make the difference in any division, let alone League One. But enough there for us to go, not to get complacent.
I mean, the 2 goals scored, very well worked, but the 2 at the other end, are they the main source of frustration for you tonight?
Well, one ball, we keep saying one ball, and then again, Aiden's isolated with, their liveliest player, so from their point of view, that's what they're going to play. And then Frankie's made a mistake, so and then we didn't pick up from a corner, so 2 poor goals from our point of view, and that's something that we've talked about afterwards. We have to learn from this. We have to understand what's going on in the game, and the goalkeepers. It's difficult. You don't want to criticise any individual, but we were vulnerable for one ball for too long. So we've got to make sure that structurally we don't let that happen again, because people will watch us and go, they push their 2 full-backs right high, and you can actually get at the 2 centre halves. Like I said, so we need to learn from it, but there's enough there. I think when you're trying to stop a slide that's been going on for some time, I think there's enough there for us to be hopeful without being complacent.
5 debutants from the start today, and goals for 2 of them as well. I mean, that's going to do wonders for their confidence, isn't it?
Well, I don't think Jay Manuel needs any confidence. He needs to get fitter, and he's got to recognise that. We'll help him along his way. He's a match winner for us, but he can't be. He's got to be an asset for the team. He can't be a liability. And I've said that to him along. As soon as you become a liability, then you're not going to be effective. So that's a good start for him in front of the home fans. If we get him in the right areas with the ball, he's going to create problems. And, when he's linking plays, just got to be a bit more tidier. But like I say, it's the first time now under match conditions we can look at players and go, right, this is what they are. You know, pre-season sometimes breeds you a false sense of hope and a false sense of despondency. And we've been trying to be level-headed since the start, so this will give us a clear idea of where people are.
No Albert Adoma today from the start or on the bench. How much thinking did you have to take to make that decision?
None really, because this saga's been on off, and to be fair to Albert, his attitude's been first class. We've kept him a bridge, or as much as I know, I call him in and say, look, this is what I've heard. You know, is it any different your end? And you know, I could have prepared for him to play, and then I walked in at 12 o'clock, and then all of a sudden, well, there's another bid on the table, or there's another. I'm just like, what do I do then? You know, it's unfortunate, but as I say, from Albert's point of view, his behaviour, his attitude has been first class, and if we do lose him, then we wish him well.
Is this a saga you expect to be concluded pretty quickly now?
I'm the wrong person to ask. I get, people tell me things. I might ask questions, but I don't get many answers. So hopefully, for the boys' sake, and for us, if we're not going to sell him, let's not sell him. Nobody's trying to push him out the door, but so let's make that decision, and we can get on with it, and we can put it behind us, and he's a great asset for the team. And if we are going to sell him, let's do it, so we can look around and strengthen the squad.